So let's get ready with me to work. The look is going to be subtle, but I do want, to look okay at least because I haven't slept well. For my foundation, I will be using the Maybelline, what's it called? The Lumi Matte Foundation. On my skin, it is just a little bit too much, just a little bit drying. So I will be using the Glow Recipe Dewdrops, maybe like half a pump or something like that to sheer it out a little bit. And I need to take, yeah. So just mix it on my hand like that. And I apply it straight on my face. I do have a moisturizer on already. And this foundation, when it's mixed with the dewdrops, it does look quite nice and it does give you this kind of, little bit of a glow finish. But on its own, it doesn't. So I actually do not think that Maybelline has, stood up there with the glowy foundations for now. Okay, so I just apply it this way and I use my sponge to blend it out. And this foundation does set, and it doesn't matter if I do mix it with the dewdrops. Eden, hi. It still sets, so you do need to blend it out quite fast so it doesn't get patchy. I will just add a little bit to my chin because I do have a huge zit there that I need to cover. Well, at least I don't feel comfortable if I don't cover it. Okay, that is about it. And if we're using Maybelline foundation, let's use L'Oreal concealer. This is the True Match Concealer, the Serum Radiant Concealer. And it is very thin, but at the same time, it does have quite a good coverage. Okay, there's something going on outside. Sorry about that. And I cannot open my concealer. Okay, there you go. And again, this one does set very fast. So if you do use it, please blend it as quickly as possible, because if you don't, it's gonna set and it's not gonna move. So I need to blend it out straight away. But as you can see, it does give quite a good coverage. For it being so thin, you actually cannot feel it under the eyes, and that's one of the most important things for me because I do have very sensitive under eye area where it works great. I will just add a little bit more, just right here where I have the darkest part, and right here. And I will leave it for just a second so it sets, like halfway sets, and that way it gives the most amount of coverage. And there you go, just like that. It looks like I actually slept well. And I'm a little bit in a rush, and because of that, I will be using my Rare Beauty Liquid Contour. This is like, for me personally, in the shade Gentle, it is like 3-in-1 product. It is contour, it is bronzer, and it is blush. I will show you in a second why it works that way, because for some reason when you blend it out, it does give you a few different undertones. Let me just quickly show it to you. Can you see that? So right here, under my cheekbone, it is cool toned, but on top of my cheekbone, it is more warm toned. And that way it works like both ways basically. And when I'm in a rush, it is the perfect thing to use because you do not need to use a lot of different products. You just use one and you are kind of good to go. Obviously depending on the result that you're looking for, but you know, I think I will add just a little bit of a glowy blush just because I like it that way much better. And as you can see, I contour only my cheekbones, my forehead, just a little bit. And then everything that I have left on my sponge, I just apply to my nose like that. Yeah, I think that is enough. Maybe I will add just a tiny bit here. The Rare Beauty blushes do not work that well on me, but this contouring product does. It does stay the whole day on my cheeks, so I do prefer it to the Rare Beauty blushes. Okay, and let's set the face. For setting the face, I will be using my mixture of powders. Yeah, it is an hourglass packaging, but the inside is Fenty Beauty powder in lavender, ColourPop powder in soft pink, and Wet n Wild powder in translucent. I do own all of them, but none of them work perfectly good color-wise. So that's why I mixed them, and now I have my perfect powder. And as you can see, I am using a puff. I apply it on my hand to even the product out on the puff, and then I apply it under my eyes and in the center of my cheeks, as you can see, and on my nose, because these are the areas that I need the most coverage. And then I will just set the rest with a brush, and that's it, because I don't need that much powder on the rest of my face. Hi. Okay, so we are set, and as I already mentioned, I will be using a blush, but it's not a blush. It's the Sephora Luminizer, colorful luminizer in the shade 3. Unfortunately, they only have one shade that looks like a blush, but look at that shade. It does have a great base of this kind of cool toned, but kind of warm toned. I would say the base is quite neutral, but the sheen is very cool toned. So I do love this product. Unfortunately, they only have one shade that looks like a blush, but I do hope that Sephora works on their shade range. I hope they understand that this is a very good formula for a glowy blush and expand their shade range. Can you see the sheen that it gives? Like this cool toned pink sheen. It's very nice, especially for the people that enjoy cool toned shiny blushes. And I kind of apply it almost everywhere. The cheeks, the nose, the forehead. Okay, now let's prime my lids because yeah, they are oily and unfortunately everything creases on them. Oh my god. I use the ColourPop Party Proof Primer. This is my ride or die. I mean, it works great. I have no complaints. I went through a lot of tubes of this primer So if you are looking for an affordable primer that works, I do advise you to look into this one. They have a few different shades. This one is translucent. They also have a caramel shade, and they also have like a very deep shade. Oh my god, I'm losing my voice. Let me just have some water. So there you go. And I need to let it sit for like 30 seconds or something like that. So let's think about what are we gonna do with the eyes. I wanted to use this palette, the ColourPop Cloud 9 palette, because I mean, I'm getting ready for work, so I want something that is not going to be overwhelming, but still will, you know, kind of emphasize my eyes. So let's use this palette and let's make it as simple as possible. So I will use this shade in the crease and maybe this shade all over the lid. Let's try it out. I will just check. Yeah, the primer is set. It is a little bit tacky, but not too much. And let's just use the crease shade and see if the primer, yeah, the primer has set. So everything is fine. We can start with our makeup. I don't want it to be too complicated and I don't want it to be, you know, too in your face, but something that will just emphasize my eyes a little bit. Hello Brazil. Nice to see you here. What time is it there for you? Okay, and yeah, so I think that's enough for the crease. Let's use this shade. It's kind of a dual chrome shade from nude to bluish, as you can see. So let's use it all over the lid. 4 a.m. Oh my god. Uh, I hope you're okay. I hope you're not sleeping, not because something is going on, but because, I don't know, you're just enjoying your night. And you're watching from New Zealand. Wow. And what time is it in New Zealand? Okay, 7:50 p.m. Okay. That's good enough. Friday night. Yeah, I am in Europe right now. So, yeah, it's morning for me. All right. And it's actually so great that we get, you know, to meet each other. Well, not meet each other, but you know what I mean. At least talk to each other during these lives because, you know, we are all over the world and it's nice to see people from all over the world. Okay, thinking about that, I forgot to tell you. In my inner corner, I'm using this shade. It looks like a champagne right here, but it is not. It is this icy, cool toned shade, as you can see. But it looks good. And then we're gonna use the crease shade on my lower lash line. And I'm actually so late. I have 9 minutes left until I need to make a work call. So yeah, I need to be fast. What's my favorite shadow palette? Oh my god, eyeshadow palette. That's a good question, actually. One of my favorites is Natasha Denona I Need a Nude, the MIDI version. Yeah, I think so, from the nude palettes. But if you go colorful, I would say is the Simply Posh Snow Angel palette. It's amazing. But obviously I have a big collection of singles, so I do sometimes put together some palettes. I actually have one right here. So this one used to be the ColourPop palette in Control Alt Glam, but I didn't really enjoy the color story, so I made this color story instead. Only a few shades, I think these two are from this palette, and everything else is something else. So these are some indie brands, Glam Shop, Pastel Roses, mattes I don't remember where I got them from, but the duochromes are. So I do sometimes put together palettes like that I actually enjoy obviously more because I put them together and I put together the shades that I like the most. You're used to go to bed very late. Okay. Yeah, I understand that. I had a period in my life where I didn't sleep. I used to live in Singapore and I couldn't sleep there at all. So I went to bed like at 5 a.m. and then at 7 a.m. I had to go to school. So yeah, I get you. Good picks, you own both. Yeah, do you enjoy those palettes? Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick wing using the NYX. It's, what is it? Lift and Snatch brow pen. It's a brow pen, but I love it for a wing because it is very thin, as you can see. So you can control it. Sorry, I cannot talk when I'm doing my wing. I think that's good enough. 2 hours of sleep is crazy. Were you sleepy all day? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Unfortunately, insomnia doesn't have the best impact on a person's health. So yeah, unfortunately, I was very sleepy, and I actually had to take some sleeping pills later on because yeah, I actually had insomnia. But then I got used to it, like in a few months, I think, something like that. Okay. Let's quickly finish up, and for the mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Sky High mascara. Sorry, that's a neighbor's dog barking. I'm sure you can hear that. Yeah, it's barking all day long. The mascara is in brown. What do I do for work? I'm actually a business trainer. So I train people how to sell. I help setting up sales departments, optimize sales departments, and things like that. Can you see the difference? No lashes, lashes. I love this mascara. It actually helps, my lashes to at least be a little bit visible. Do I enjoy it? Do you mean do I enjoy my work? Yeah, I really do. It's great to help companies. build their business and help them perform better. I also train the staff, heads of sales and sales representatives, marketing as well. I personally enjoy the fact that I'm actually helping someone, you know, and have an impact on someone's life or on the life of the company. It's very good to see when companies thrive or some individuals that I train thrive. Okay, I have 2 minutes left. If you have any more questions, you can write them right now because I have 2 minutes until my meeting. Yeah, I did try that mascara, but on me, unfortunately. Well, first of all, I don't know, it smudges. It smudges, and yeah, it doesn't work that way. I do have oily lids, and I think this one is the only mascara that doesn't transfer right here because I do have hooded eyes. And yeah, that one unfortunately was smudging, and I don't like checking my lashes the whole day, every like 30 minutes to see whether there are any smudges. You've never had smudging with any mascara. You are so lucky because I have any mascara smudges on me. Smudges, transfers on my hooded eyes. Oh my god, yeah. That's amazing about your work. And that looks like a great mascara too. Thank you so much. So 1 minute left, we need to prepare my lips. I will be using the Maybelline Lifter Liner to line my lips. It does last the whole day and it has amazing colors. And I'm just lining and filling in the corners. And I will be filling in my lips with, what you call that? Sephora Soft Matte and Easy lipstick in the shade 04. That liner, so yeah, it is very good. And this lipstick, by the way, is also very good. It's very thin and gives like this powdered effect. As you can see, I blotted just a little bit and also lasts quite a long time. All right, so I have to run. Thank you so much for watching today, and please subscribe if you have enjoyed communicating with me in this live, and I will be doing more lives soon. I actually want to do a live every day. So yeah, let's stay connected. And wherever you are, have a good day or have a good night, or I'll see you later. Bye bye.